Packer does talk about balance as a weak concept, and perhaps I think he calls it a awkwardly self-conscious concept. It's not liberating. I think the category balance as the way we're going to assemble our lives holds us back. I don't think balance creates greatness. And the world needs greatness of nobility, greatness of sacrifice. How is anybody going to sacrifice for the greater good when balance is the criterion by which they're making their decisions? Nobody. If I'm living a well-balanced life, I don't know where sacrifice fits in. So I would rather think in terms not balance but focus, priorities, and convictions. And that means, for example, my family is not something I'm balancing and including. My family is a matter of conviction. That dignifies my family. That means that when I'm paying attention to my family, I'm not really thinking about my business and I'm paying attention to you now so I can get back to that because this is part of my balance. My family is a part of my conviction, network of convictions that define who I am and drive me. I think we're going to go a lot further in life if we let go of the idea of balance. Instead, think in terms of purpose, focus, convictions, priorities. There's real traction and energy in those categories.
Yes. Yeah, you're right about that. And then is it safe to assume that as you take action on convictions and priorities, that sometimes your life may feel out of balance? Is that fair?
The reality is our lives are like a continual experience of river rafting. It's just a wild ride, and we never know what's around the corner. How do you put balance? How do you bring balance into one of those crazy rafts as it's, being driven by the waves? Why would we even want to live a life of balance? It sounds boring. It doesn't sound inspiring. Winston Churchill, I'm reading a biography of his right now. A very, very interesting by Gilbert. I can't see he was a man of balance because he was a man of risk. I did not know this. He was actually under gunfire about 50 times in his life. Never actually took a bullet. But he stuck his neck out in India, in the Boer War down in South Africa and elsewhere, and came under gunfire about 50 times. How do you include that in the balanced mix of your life?
Yeah. It's not a healthy It's not a healthy input.
No. What you do is you realize there are things in life that are worth risking for.
Yeah.
And those are the great things.